Hey, have you ever looked at a place on a map and just known that something's off about it? That feeling you get, a little chill, a sense that the rules we live by just don't apply there. For me, that place has always been a remote, dusty patch of land in northeastern Utah. A ranch. You've probably heard the name, whispered in documentaries and late-night forums. Skinwalker Ranch. Welcome back. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is the Unexplained Archive. Today, we're pulling on a thread that connects a notorious hotspot of paranormal activity to the most powerful military building on the planet. This is Episode 6, Skinwalker Ranch, the Pentagon's paranormal investigation. So, let's set the scene. It's the 1990s. The Sherman family buys this 512-acre cattle ranch in the Uinta Basin, hoping for a quiet life. What they got was a nightmare. They reported everything. Massive, otherworldly creatures that bullets couldn't touch, glowing orbs of light, invisible forces that would shake their homes, and even, according to their accounts, portals opening in the air. The phenomena weren't just visual. They were intelligent, reactive, almost predatory. The family was driven off their land, financially and emotionally broken. Their story is where the modern legend of Skinwalker Ranch was born. And that's when a billionaire aerospace entrepreneur named Robert Bigelow enters the picture. In 1996, Bigelow, through his company Bigelow Aerospace, purchased the ranch. And he didn't just buy it for the scenery. He launched a full-scale, scientific investigation. He brought in researchers, cameras, sensors, the works. For years, his team documented bizarre occurrences, equipment failures, sudden illnesses in animals, radiation spikes, and objects appearing and disappearing. Now, Bigelow was a serious guy with serious connections. He was a longtime friend and donor to a powerful Nevada senator named Harry Reid. And this is where our story takes its first sharp turn from folklore into the halls of power. In 2007, Senator Reid, along with two other senators, quietly secured $22 million in congressional funding for a program within the U.S. Department of Defense. The program was called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ADIP. Its official head was a Pentagon official named Luis Elizondo. But the contract to run the program's investigations? That went to Robert Bigelow's company. And a significant portion of that work, as confirmed by those involved, was focused on studying the phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch. Think about that. The United States government, through a shadowy Pentagon program, was funding the study of a place synonymous with shape-shifting creatures and poltergeist activity. This wasn't a fringe group. This was the Defense Intelligence Agency. Now why? Why would the Pentagon care about a ranch full of spooky lights? The answer, I think, lies in a shift in perspective. The military wasn't necessarily looking for ghosts. They were looking for anomalies. Unexplained physical phenomena that could represent unknown physics, potential threats, or revolutionary technologies. At Skinwalker Ranch, the reports weren't just of ghosts. They were of electromagnetic disturbances, craft-defying known aerodynamics, effects on biological tissue. If even 1% of it was a real, physical phenomenon, it was worth understanding. Because if it's real, it's a potential tool, or a weapon. The program's investigators began to call these clusters of high strangeness transmedium events, things that could operate in air, water, and perhaps even beyond, seamlessly. That sounds less like a ghost story and more like a national security briefing. But here's the fascinating, and frankly, the most unsettling part of all this. The investigators themselves started reporting the weirdness following them home. Luis Elizondo, the Pentagon program head, has spoken about experiencing strange occurrences after leaving the ranch. Others reported equipment malfunctions, personal illnesses, and a sense of being watched that persisted hundreds of miles away. It was as if the phenomenon was contagious, or aware. This leads to one of the most provocative theories to come out of the entire investigation, the parapsychological warfare hypothesis. The idea that the intelligence behind these phenomena can interact with and manipulate human consciousness itself, that it can induce fear, create hallucinations, or even project images directly into our minds. If that's true, then the battlefield of the future isn't just about missiles and radar. It's about perception itself. What good is your advanced technology if an opponent can make you see things that aren't there, or not see the things that are? Sitting here in my apartment in New York, worlds away from the desert of Utah, this is the point that really gets under my skin. As an engineer, I'm trained to look for the system, the logic, the reproducible result. Skinwalker Ranch defies all of that. It's chaos. It's narrative. The stories from there aren't just reports. They're a tapestry of high-tech sensors and ancient folklore woven together. It makes me wonder if our modern, materialist framework is just too limited to even ask the right questions. Maybe the phenomenon isn't a puzzle to be solved with better cameras, but a story that needs to be understood in a different language, one that blends physics with psychology, technology with mythology. The Pentagon program was officially shuttered in 2012, though insiders say it simply went deeper underground. The ranch has since been sold again, now to a new owner who continues the research with even more advanced technology. The data, whatever it is, continues to accumulate. So what are we left with? We're left with a simple, staggering fact. For years, the United States government, through a sanctioned Department of Defense program, seriously investigated a place where the line between the physical and the psychic seems to vanish. They weren't chasing little green men in flying saucers in a generic sense. They were methodically studying a specific piece of land where reality itself seems to be broken. That tells me two things. First, that people in the highest echelons of power believed the phenomena were real enough to warrant millions of dollars and immense political risk. And second, that the true nature of the mystery at Skinwalker Ranch might be far stranger and far more profound than any simple ghost story. It suggests that the unknown isn't just out there in the distant stars. It might be right here, on a dusty ranch in Utah, tangled up in our own consciousness, waiting for us to learn how to see it. Thank you for listening to the Unexplained Archive. If this journey into the intersection of the paranormal and the political intrigued you, please share it with someone who loves a good mystery. For more deep dives into life's compelling mysteries, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This is Ibnul J. Farabi from Light Not Studios. Until next time, stay curious.